Trennell. I'm one of the co-advisors for our NHS program here at Capitol High School. Would you please stand for presentation of the colors and for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, colors. About, face. Pose, colors. Order, arms. Order, arms. Left, face. Close gap, march. Forward, march.
You may now take your seats. And now a few words from our principal, Derek Gardner.
Thanks, Ms. Trennell. Welcome everybody to tonight's 2021 NHS Induction event. First of all, thanks to the JROTC. They're a great group. They've been performing at some of our other things that we've had, and they always do such a nice job. Secondly, I'd like to thank our two faculty advisors who have been instrumental in putting together, this group of young men and women, and even during a virtual time when some of you, of course, as sophomores, had not been on campus before. And so thank you very much to Mr. Georgeson and Ms. Trennell for all that they've done. So I'm going to be quick because it's just, my basic job here is just to say thank you so much. It's interesting that exactly 1 week ago this year, like to the exact week, we closed school. So it was March 13th, Friday the 13th, fittingly, and this is the first time in one calendar year that we've had a group of our students together. So as memorable in a bad way as March 13th was 2020, today is equally memorable because it feels like we're taking steps in the right direction. So thank you so much for that. And I also think that it's certainly fitting that tonight is a celebration of academics and scholarship and service, because truly at the core, that's what we're here as a school system to do, and to nurture those things. And while our other things that we enjoy about school are there, this is truly the core of what we're about. And so I thank you so much for persevering with us. I think, the parents as well, for your patience, why education evolved, like evolution and science books and stuff like that takes millions of years or whatever it is. I'm not very good at science, but we had to evolve at a very fast rate, and I know that there was some frustration along the way, but you guys were so good, and I feel so fortunate to live in this community with this group of parents and kids who, were able to work with us and understand what we were going through. So thank you so much for your patience as we tried to figure out what we were doing as well. The hard days and nights staring at computer screens, I watched my own kids go through that. I saw you guys on the other end of those screens and your little dots as well. And so I know that was a challenge. So thank you for sticking with us through that. And this group of students obviously focused on their academics while they were doing that. And I know that's been probably the most challenging thing is keeping your eye on you know, that academic piece when it's so easy to be relegated to a little dot on the computer screen. And that this group of students is the group that really embraces those 4 principles of the National Honor Society, which you'll hear a lot about tonight, so I won't go into, but the scholarship, leadership, service, and character. So I'm really, this is kind of a special moment for me anyway, to be here, to be with you guys and making those steps forward. So I can't wait to get to the rest of the night and you know, our next speaker as well. So Avery, if you want to come on up, take the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gardner. Good evening. By virtue of the authority extended to Capitol High School and its charter from the National Honor Society, the faculty is admitting to membership in the society this evening those students who have nearly exemplified in their school life the worthy objectives of National Honor Society. No other honor confirmed by school exceeds that membership of the National Honor Society. It represents the fundamental objectives for which high schools were instituted and gives recognition to those who have most nearly attained these goals. Other honors at the disposal of the school are partial in that they recognize only special ability, skill, or talent. But the National Honor Society looks upon education as a total product measured by the 4 qualities: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. As these candidates have met the preliminary requirements for membership, we will proceed with the induction ceremony of our chapter of the National Honor Society.
The history of National Honor Society. The National Honor Society is an outgrowth of the Pi Beta Kappa Society in higher education. In 1903, a group of educators in Chicago realized the need for stimulating scholarship and leadership in high schools. They organized the first high school honor society at the Southside Academy in Chicago. Honor Society is now under the direction of the National Association of Secondary School Principals and continues to function for the purpose of recognizing the qualities of leadership, service, scholarship, and character in high school students. This chapter, the Larry S. Sandmeyer chapter, is named after the first principal of Capitol High. He died from brain cancer in 1967, 2 years after Capitol first opened. His wife, Joan Craven, said, "He loved teaching. He was always an educator at heart. He loved going to school even when he couldn't walk. He was very anxious for the academics at Capitol High. He wanted the school to be recognized for its academic excellence, even above athletics. Like Larry, the students of National Honor Society get out and do their jobs well and in return are recognized. I would now like to introduce Mr. Jorgensen, one of our co-advisors."
Thanks, Edward. So I would like to once again thank you all for coming. It's so nice to see all of you here. And it's so nice to kind of get back to some normal feeling activities. So it's really great to have everyone here. I would also like to thank the Capitol High video broadcasters who are here streaming this event, because we could not invite all of the members of National Honor Society here today. So some of us and some of them are joining online. So I'd like to welcome you as well. And I'd like to say thanks again to the Capitol High video broadcasting team. They're here volunteering, they're volunteering their time and their efforts to help us put on this ceremony. So thank you. Once again, my name is John Georgeson, and I have the high honor and privilege of being one of the co-advisors of Capitol NHS, along with Mrs. Trunnell. And we get to work with and for some really, really amazing students and staff here at Capitol. I'm really fortunate to be an Eagle. Mr. Gardner talked a little bit about COVID and all the challenges and the roadblocks and just everything that's been thrown in our way this past year. And we have, along with our new inductees, we have 197 members of NHS here at Capitol. And in order to even apply for membership, students must have a cumulative high school GPA of 3.5 or better. And the fact that all of our members and you inductees have earned that achievement through all of these challenges and roadblocks. It's extraordinary. And I hope you're proud of yourselves, because you should be. We also, as Mr. Gardner mentioned, I don't think we could all do this without the parents, the caregivers, and the guardians of our students. Your love and devotion and leadership and dedication to your students is amazing, and I'd like to applaud you all. So. I would also like to thank Mr. Gardner. He approved this activity, and he had to also make sure that it was okay with the district. Thank you, Mr. Gardner, for making this happen for us. And as you can imagine, organizing and advising such a large group of students is difficult, and it takes time, and I could not do this on my own. Thank you, Ms. Tronnell. I really appreciate it. Though Ms. Tronnell and I do spend some time and effort, the truth is this organization could not exist or operate without our Student Leadership Board. So I would like to acknowledge our presidents, Deanna Castro and Avery Konechny, our secretaries, Lindsay Crandall and Alexa Forbes, our social media and public relations coordinators, Theo Kitzinger and Quinn Prodzinski, and our records keeper, Abigail Thompson. We really couldn't do this without you guys, so thank you. Last but certainly not least are all of our second year and first year members who are joining us virtually. Normally we would hold this event typically in the auditorium. We would have a whole section of seniors that they could sit and gloat over the fact that they're seniors and getting ready to graduate. And I just want to give a big shout out to our seniors, because I have a senior at home, and I can guarantee you that when she was a 9th grader at River Glen, I don't think she envisioned this for her senior year. And the fact that our seniors have persevered and fought through this last year, you have certainly earned your upcoming graduation. So I want to give a big round of applause to our seniors tonight. And I'm done, so I'm going to continue the ceremony on, and up next is Theo.
The principles of the National Honor Society will now be explained to you. The candle burning here before you represents the flaming torch, the emblem of our purpose. The unlighted candles are symbolic of the 4 requirements upon which election to the society is based. The wardens of these 4 principles, scholarship, service, leadership, and character, will now be explained to you. Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, because education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life that leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Now I will hand it over to Quinn.
Now I will introduce the next pillar of NHS service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, Many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or without recognition, is the quality we seek in membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Let me invite Abby.
I will now introduce the third pillar of National Honor Society, leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willing to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter how power may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus, to lead a substantive charge to each of our members and to the candidates. I will now introduce Avery. I will be lighting our final candle for character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one their individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character which guides one through life, and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choices. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove this example that we have character. Deanna? You have heard the explanation of the cornerstones of our society. The emblem, which we wear and which first-year members will receive, was designed to symbolize the purpose and the foundation of the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society is a national organization and is recognized in all academic circles as an award of excellence among high school students. The design and significance of our emblem will now be explained to you. The emblem of this society is the keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone bears in its corners the letters C, S, L, and S, which stand for the four principles of this organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. These virtues must be fitted faithfully into the purpose of life, as keystone is fitted into the shape for its position in the arc. For as the keystone is placed by the building to keep the perfect arc forever true, so are these virtues to keep forever true the structure of our education. Thus, the keystone symbolized the high ideals of our society. The flaming torch is the emblem of our purpose to bear forward the searching light of truth, to lead the others might follow in the light, to keep burning in our school a high ambition for the enduring values of life, and to serve. These purposes are symbolized in the torch. You have heard the ideal of our society. If you believe in these ideals and are willing to uphold them, you are ready to make the pledge, which I shall give to you. Please stand and repeat after me, new inductees. I pledge myself to uphold the high ideals of the National Honor Society, to build a strong character in myself and others, to further the advancement of scholarship, and to serve my school, my community, and my country in the interests of humanity. You may now be seated. You have all made the pledge, and you are now ready to be entrusted with membership in the National Honor Society. First-year members in good standing who are joining us virtually,
You will have your National Honor Society memberships pins delivered to you next week at school. This pin is presented to you as a gift from the Board of Trustees of the Boise School District in recognition of your achievement of membership in the National Honor Society. Wear it proudly and uphold the virtues it symbolizes. Theo?
I will now read aloud the names of the second-year members in good standing. Please refrain from clapping until after all of the names have been read. Charlotte Egenbrod, Zanab Almudhafar, Sydney Anglia, Caitlin Arendt, Justin Bailey, Madeline Banville, Emily Betcher, Lainey Bowman, Chase Brumlow, Deanna Castro, Cynthia Chula, Grayson Codier, Austin Drigett, Macy Franz, Joshua Freeman, Melissa Gormley, Charles Hastrider, Clay Hibbs, Catherine Hill, Emily Horner, Andrew Hirsch, Maya Eiling, Alan Ingersoll, Grace Jondalderis, Monica Juarez Velasco, Theo Kitzinger, Avery Konechny, Rose Lane, Scott Lilacs, Brooklyn Lindley, Julia Lochner, Joel Mata, Sawyer McCloskey, Presley McCormick, Sadie McMichael, Andy Mesa, Cagney Miller, Isabel Moliner, Lucas Osterhout, Kaisa Peterson, Quinn Prudzinski, Marcia Reams, Jackson Reed, Ethan Robertson, Jillian Robinette, Megan Rose, Aubrey Salyards, Jillian Shade, Aidan Shaw, Kanwar Singh, Madeline Stackpole, Adela Steigel, Abigail Sullivan, Macy Tadlock, Abigail Thompson, Nevena Tulilov, Reagan Walhoff, Lydia Walker, and Charlie Weber. I'll now hand it over to Avery.
I will now read aloud the names of the first-year members in good standing. Starting with the first-year seniors are Hannah Benner, Ane Agalith, Jesse Georgeson, Jace Lowry, Alexis MacArthur, Jacob Oram, Caden Ramier, Aspen Sellers, Nicholas Taylor, Ryan Thomas, and Rebecca Willett. And on to the first-year members who are juniors. Sadia Abudal Kadir, Jackson Baca, Artur Bajahovsky, William Bond, Anna Brown, Tanner Carter, Taya Carter, Anya Cole, Michelle Conrado, Anthony Cortez, Claudia Constantino, Lindsay Crandall, Gavin Dash, Angel Duran, Sophia Eden, Emily Edmondson, Cade Egbert, Colin Ferguson, Alexa Forbes, Kaylee Frank, Nicole Guan, Kristen Halcomb, John Harris, Hannah Hendrickson, Caitlin Hickok, Adeline Clemmy, Brittany Lay, Jacob Lee, Lucas Lemieux, Caden Mastretti, Presley McFadden, Jackson Miller, Melina Mahamadi, Bodie Packer, Hemi Fung, Molly Radkin, Juan Saldana, Maya Sand, Maggie Shirazi, Kylie Selecki, Alika Tendakella, Rihanna Tommen, Charlie Tudor, Leah Van de Graaf, Cody Walk, Aiden Weaver, Avery Wild, Kieran Willett, Amelia Wood, and Jade Zed. And now
New inductees, you have received your membership cards with your acceptance letters. Following a year of active service with the group, you will receive your pins. As your name is called, please stand up and remain standing until all names have been called. Meredith Adams, Titus Bailey, Paxton Benyon, Jackson Berg, Jason Bjork, Maya Black, Adriana Blest, Anna Betcher, Ani Carnell, Olivia Chappell, Arjun Chitre, Madeline Clegg, Sydney Crandall, Ellie Cross, Madison Dever, Allison Doherty, Anna Doster, Daniel Fernandez, Kalia Finley, Trace Freeman, Avery Gaffney, Alessandra Gutierrez, Savannah Hansen, Brianne Hatch, Michaela Hicks, Erin Holt, Cameron Hirsch, Alexia Islas, Amaya James Plew, Kai Johnston, Logan Jones, Bryson King, Lillian Lawrence, Abrielle Lim, and Ashton Little.
Here's the rest of the names. Zayla MacArthur, Jocelyn Maldonado, Madeline Mann, Allison Matta, Gabrielle Mazeral, Hazija Mbrua, Jocelyn McGill, Christopher McKenzie, Khadija Minergua, Asha Muhingi, Lainey Myers, An Wynn, Carol Nunley, Jacob Olson, Benjamin Oram, Elizabeth Orlovic, Hayden Parsons, Nathan Pierce, Isabella Peterson, Brian Putman, Lola Ramos, Marcus Ritchie, Emily Roberts, Aaliyah Salyards, Emma Schneider, Evan Shreve, Tyler Smith, Adrian Spencer, Gracie Strickland, Sophia Cervic, Matthew Taylor, Aaliyah Torres, Shayla Tran, William Vandegraff, Charles Vega, Owen Wall, Chase Winter, and Kristen Zugnoni.
You are all now officially members of our chapter of the Larry S. Sandmeyer chapter of the National Honor Society. Please join me in welcoming them with a round of applause. New inductees, you may now be seated. And lastly, congratulations to our graduating seniors, first-year members, and new members, and thank you all for coming, and good night.
Thank you all. Once again, we appreciate you all coming out, and just really proud of everybody. So have a safe trip home, and we'll see a lot of you tomorrow.